What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM24 series where we look at young talent on Football Manager and we see how they get on in the course of their careers. Both players that you give me in the comment section to look at and players that I'm curious about and see how they are on this year's version of the game. So if you're excited, hit that like button down below and subscribe for daily FM content. Hit the notification button as well if you want to see that. And also down below is my Let's Play channel and my EAFC channel. Go check that out as well if you're feeling adventurous. So today we're on the page, and again I'm going to say his name completely wrong because I'm just terrible at doing this kind of thing. Castello Lukeba. I think Dog Barron's got a better chance of saying that than I have correctly. So yeah, defender. So obviously goal assist not going to be relevant in this review, but if you've got a player you want me to look at in the series, goalkeeper, any position, obviously, leave his name down below in the comment section. His name, position, age, nationality, all that kind of stuff. As much info as you can on the player, so I can easily find him and go from there. So he is a French defender who's just signed for Leipzig this summer for £25.5 million in game. So there's no point doing a transfer check on him because we can't sign him because he won't move this early on. He has got a maximum potential rating of 180. I have set it manually to that, and this is for disclosure, I set every player to their maximum potential in the reviews so that obviously you see the likely best version of that player. But if we do see any issues with the development, we look at the injuries, the suspension, the injuries mainly, and we put that into the equation when we do this. So obviously he's set back, can play left back a little bit, as you can see. Player traits, he's got brings ball out of defence. He's very strong on his left foot, like me. Weak on his right foot, like me. That's where the similarity ends with this guy, because I'm not a professional footballer. I can barely kick a ball in the back of the net. I kicked the ball in the back of the net in years. I just get back into it though at some point. So straight away, what jumps out to me is his pace at 15. I love pace centre backs. I love pace because I just like high energy players. So it leans well for me. So as you can see, marking, passing, tackling, all did really good. Heading 13. Good composure, anticipation, which is good to see in the defender. Good positioning as well, which I'm guessing in behind it for a defender as well. So I can read this actually. Yeah, brilliant. Not using tackling. Okay. So positioning is not great for. I didn't know that. I guessed it was, but I thought the transfers over a little bit. So that's cool. So fitting positioning for a 20-year-old defender is pretty damn good. So what we've done, because we can't do a scout report, because there's no point really doing one, we're just going for a coach report on him, and they'll have more information anyway going forward. Would you prefer a coach report from the player at the club he's at, or would you prefer a transfer check? Let me know going forward. Obviously, this scenario, there's no point doing a transfer scout check because we can't sign the guy, obviously. So he's because he's a performer, he can play in couple positions and could prove a lot in the future. And yeah, prove his ball control. But if he got a set back, he was perfect. I'd be very surprised. But adapts to the situation really well. Displays resolute characteristics as well. And yeah, a very intelligent player. Yeah, he can play left back. According to this, would I play him at left back? At a push, I would. Yeah, I would. If I had nobody else to play left back, his dribbling's not bad for attacking fullback. Pace is good. It'd be good defensive fullback. Not sure we're good attacking fullback. But I think at a push, I wouldn't be desperate to play him there. But if I needed to, I'd be okay to do that. So I'm assuming there's no release clause in his contract. Yes, just want to check. Was it kind of it sometimes? I've seen it a couple of times. So. You know the routine by now. We'll jump for like 4 years and see how he gets on. Alright folks, so as you can see here, he's got, well, incredible physical attributes at the age of 24. Not a big surprise really. 15 or above in acceleration, balance, jumping reach, pace, stamina and strength. Perfect. Mental stats up again, anticipation, composure, concentration, decision making, positioning, vision, bravery, determination, all 15 or above, which is good. And the key stats I think for defensive centre back would be obviously heading 15, marking 50, passing as well because that's been brought from the back. Passing and tackling and technique, all really good for this centre back. So looking at his development here, we've got refrains from taking long shots, makes sense in the centre back. Marks put tightly, brings ball to defence. And I think because of that strength that he has and pace and anticipation and positioning, I think he'd be really good at defending. And tackling up to 14 could be a bit higher. There's still a bit of an increase in that, obviously. Contract release clause, £103 million. So I'm not saying it'd be the same in your say, but just let you know that it is possible that Leipzig will add this on to his contract going forward. So bear that in mind when you look at it. 1 second, folks. Interruption there, do apologise for that. So as you can see here, we've got no new injuries that are really concerning at this point, in my opinion, on this timeout section here. Nothing really inhibiting his development, I don't think. Looking at his attribute details here, up to almost at his potential rating, so he's played a lot of games. We can look at the goals and assists, but I don't think it really matters. 38 games there, 52 games there, 41, 1 and 3, and 2 and 6. So yeah, I mean, not really relevant really, but obviously you can see what kind of range you'll get to. He's basically he's going to reach his maximum potential rating. So we're going to continue, guys. Let's see how it gets on. I don't think we'll see much increase, but we'll see if there is anything we need to look at. So he's gone to Real Madrid, and at least we can look at a transfer fee and get an idea how he gets on. Again, there's a bit of a drop in physicality. Mental stats are relatively the same, and the technicals are up, markings up to 16. Has there been a serious injury to this guy? One there for 3 months. Okay, that accounts for that. The 3 months. That's why I do look at the injuries, and we adjust the review of the player accordingly. The fractured lower leg will inhibit physicality. It will. I mean, I remember Luke Shaw having a bad one, and it really knocked him for 6. And some would argue he's not recovered from it yet at all. Fractured lower leg ain't good, is it? But still, that's a freak injury. Now we've got an interesting development on his left back situation here. He's now more naturally developed in the left back position, which is, again, like I said, he can play there. I don't have a problem with it. I think as a defensive left back, it'd be fine. I think if your team uses wing backs or attacking full backs, you're gonna struggle with him there. But for a one-off game, I think it's okay. How much did they pay for him anyway? £85 million. Is it £85 million exactly? It looks like it is. Again, it's probably because they've got a high release clause in his contract. They've asked for that. I think also maybe when did they sign him? They signed him in 29/30. When did they get that injury? Right, so it's right before he got the injury. So I reckon the physicality attributes were really still quite high there. That might be that added on to the fact that it's Real Madrid, so obviously that's more money, and the contract may have had a release clause in that was quite high still. I think they're the combination. It's not a bad setback. I'm not sure with £85 million though. But again, the problem is when you look at these kind of reviews, I always say we don't see the player perform in game, so it's difficult. I can't do that in this video, unfortunately, but you can get an idea of how he performs. I think he's a good centre back. I think if you get for like £60 million, I think you're getting more around his range. But then again, £85 million, if that's based on like appearances and wins, and if you even actually could get goals and assists in there, then maybe it's not as bad. But obviously, every save's different, of course. Getting him early on might be cheaper, of course. So I want to see if he can recover a bit from this injury that he's had. Bad injury for 3 months. So he stayed at Real Madrid, and now in 32 years old, there's not been much difference. The mental stats are insane. The technicals have stayed relatively the same, but there's been a little drop off. Has there been more injuries since that last one? No. I think that injury knocked him for 6. I reckon these physical stats would be a bit higher if one for that. Even at 32 years old, 16 pace, 15 acceleration, 15 agility, strength and stamina, they're not bad. But I think they'd be a bit better if one for that major injury, in my opinion. I have to see what the stats were like for physicals before the injury. That's some before the injury, and then what happened after the injury. Because I bet you all they've dropped. How much by? I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, we can look at goals as well, but I'm not going to get too excited over this. 3 and 5, 5 goals, 2 assists. 1 goal, 8 assists, 4 goals. It's not bad for a centre back actually. 2 and 4. I think because he's got the jumping reach that's relatively high, or was, and physicality and strength. I think maybe from set pieces he's kind of a threat. Or maybe he's just hitting the world every so often from the halfway line or whatever. But yeah, good step back. I think pricey. I think getting him early on, he did reach his potential rating here. Not quite, but close enough. Good mental stats, good physicals, barring an injury that can break his leg and fracture his lower leg, which is not ideal. And technical stay relatively consistent. So I don't think he's the kind of player that, again, of course, your player might not get to 180. But if he does get to 180, I don't think there's going to be much difference in what you get here from what I've what you get on your save compared to mine. Obviously, if he doesn't quite reach the 180 range or he's not set to that, then obviously you may get a slight variation in that. But I think the key thing would be to buy him early before he gets getting developed, and then obviously you can then influence the development. I think I always say when you guys take over a player training and development, you'll get more out of the player than the AI will, because you're better than the AI, in my opinion. So that's in the episode, guys. If you have enjoyed the episode, I hope you have enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. If you've got a player you want me to take a look at, in the comment section, leave a comment with his name, position, age, nationality, club, all that kind of stuff, and I'll look at it and get cracking on it. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.